Day 286. I want to talk about the value of having children, the value of, first of all, getting married, making a long-term commitment, the value then after of, if it's the Lord's will, just the blessing it is to be able to have children, the responsibility, the challenge, but ultimately just the beauty in being a father, being a dad, being the steady hand, being a provider, releasing selfish ambition, but loving and raising up a beating heart that's just part of you, that's outside of your chest. There's so much value. There's so much wisdom to be gained. There's so much joy in being a parent, and especially in being a husband as well. And I just think culturally, like this social religion that's out there right now, especially in America, of individualism and just the chasing of all of these shallow things that for whatever reason so many people just chase after, such as like making a bunch of money at a job or possessions, fancy cars, like bigger homes, bigger chains. Like none of that stuff's bad per se, but I think so many people buy into this social culture individualism lie where you just are reaching for shallow things. And I wonder if people, and maybe they'll never admit it, but they'll wake up one day 30 years down the road and say, man, I missed the boat on this whole life thing. Like there's something about, and again, I'm not suggesting that people just rush into marriage with the first person you meet and having a bunch of kids and without any plan or like thinking, accountability of being a good husband and a good father. But don't let the fear or don't let the social construct of this world stop you from that beauty. Again, I think we've gotten away from just the beautiful family dynamic that, just so much beauty in having a wife that you can confide in, a wife that completes and just, that three braided cord that it talks about in Corinthians. Just having God to rely on and having a partner on this earth. It's beautiful. So again, I guess that's the point of the video today, is don't buy into this individualistic grinding culture of just doing things for yourself. Be of high value to attract someone that loves God. And I would just encourage you to have a bunch of kids because it's special. Again, financially, I know it can be a lot. It can be a lot, obviously, with time and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, in terms of taking responsibility and just experiencing a different kind of love, I've learned a lot. I think about just how fully I love my wife and I love my kids, and I've learned, I think, a lot about how much God loves me. I can put that in the right perspective a little bit easier nowadays by being in a position of responsibility, in a position of blessing, to be able to just see these children sprout and to love them, to watch them grow. Highly recommend. Don't let this culture tell you otherwise. Commit to someone long term, and then have more kids than you can afford. Work hard for them. Be a good example. Watch them grow. Watch them develop their own personalities, their own interests. Support them. Encourage them. And then the Old Testament in Psalm chapter 127, it just talks about the blessing it is to have children. I'm going to read from that. Psalm 127, verses 3 through 5. It says, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their opponents in court." And in the Application Study Bible, I love this. It says, "Children are all too often seen as liabilities rather than assets, but the Bible calls children a heritage from the Lord, a reward. We can learn valuable lessons from their inquisitive minds and trusting spirits." And then it goes on to say, "We dare not treat children as an inconvenience when God values them so highly." You'll learn a lot from having kids. They'll test your patience, for sure. They'll change your schedule certain days. They'll make it tough at times, but what a blessing to be able to truly have just this unconditional love for them, and to truly have your DNA, your blood, your heart beating outside of your chest. Just lean into that if you're able to. Again, I know picking the right partner and having children, all of that's not a guarantee, so I totally understand and empathize with anyone that can't or has not experienced that. But get married, love hard, have kids, grow old, be committed, be a good example. See what that does for your perspective on love. Day 286.